Hey guys, good morning. It's Saturday morning. I don't know if this is a continuation from yesterday's vlog or this is going to be a beginning of another vlog, but hide my face. Shantae's annoying me. So we are at Herschel Girls High. Is it high school?
I wonder if they've just fixed
What?
They just got
We are at Herschel Girls High School. We're here for an English teachers workshop. Beautiful scenery, lots of familiar faces, lots of people that I went to varsity with. UW's people actually, there aren't any, I'm not seeing anyone I know from UCT, but I am seeing people from UWC. And then I bumped into those basic.
Yeah.
How's first year of teaching been?
Well, it's been hectic. One thing that I can say is that these kids are showing me flames, alright?
But you're getting past that girl.
Definitely.
Glow up.
That's it. I mean, like, it's time for maturity and all of those. And, like, we shouldn't forget why we are here, you know? These kids needs us, but we also need them. So.
Sure. Anyway, I'll take you guys around. I probably won't vlog the whole thing because it's going to be orcs otherwise. But yeah, stay tuned.
This morning. I'm not here to motivate you, I'm here to challenge you. Because I believe by virtue of you opening two gifts this morning, each and every one of you opened two gifts this morning. Do you know what that is? You opened your eyes. Praise the Lord, you were given the gift of life. And I believe for as long as there is life in you, nobody needs to motivate you. Your motivation should come from the being that gave you that present this morning. And that should be your motivation. That is my motivation. That is Charlene's motivation. Best. They come from homes where there's nothing. Charlene and I know what it's like to go to school hungry. Charlene and I know what it's like to get into bed hungry. So we know and we understand. But you, my sweethearts, you have it in your hands. You have it in your hands to make a difference in the lives of every single child in your classroom. Even those who work on your last darn nerve. And there's many of them. Isn't it so?
Yeah.
There is many of them. And so my challenge to all of you today is the following. I have homework for you. Now don't cringe. It's like a homework. Okay? It's like a homework. When you get back to school on Monday, before you teach in every single class, there is always a handful of learners with whom God must forgive you. You know why? Because you know what you want to do to those children.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Those kids.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Alhamdulillah. Tell the truth and shame the devil. So you take those children, it must not be more than 4. And you ask those 4 children to come to the front of the class. And you take your beautiful self to the back of the class. I hope you did it already, because they know what I'm going to tell you. And you ask those children, you must give them the guarantee, nothing is going to happen to you. Nothing. But what I want you to do is the following for me. Do you know when I get really angry with you guys? I want you to show me, and I want you to tell me, what do I do when I get angry with you? And you let those 4 children demonstrate to you what you do and what you say when you lose it with them. Very often as teachers, as leaders, we don't reflect. We don't reflect. And that is what CAPS asks you to do. Isn't it so? You must be a reflective practitioner. You must think critically. We want the children to do exactly the same. And so if you don't self-reflect and if you don't self-correct yourself, my angels, you're going to get 30%. You're going to get 40%. And then you are discouraged and you feel despondent because you did so much planning and preparation. And what do you get? 40%. What do you get? 40%. My sweethearts, when children know how much you care, because they come from homes where there is no care, there is no order, there's just chaos. And so our precious babies need you to give them structure. And the only way to give children structure is to show them that you care. Not to show them that we must read so much.
Regular acts of self-care can lower stress levels and keep us physically and mentally healthy. Put aside the braiding, take that bath, or massage, or just get comfortable with the book. It's important to make time for socializing. Take time to hang out with friends, even if you're feeling tired or busy. Interacting with others increases your feelings of well-being and reduces feelings of depression. Breathing, exercise. Many people benefit from practices such as deep breathing. The classroom can cause a sensory overload, and before you know it, your heart rate increases, you break out into a sweat, and your mind races. In these situations, the most effective first step you can take is breathing deeply. A simple classroom technique would be like beginning the day calmly, sitting quietly for 2 minutes before you engage with your students. Meditation is another simple practice which can reduce stress, increase calmness and clarity, and improve overall well-being. Setting aside time for formal meditation is an important way to establish a routine and get comfortable with the practice. Even just 10 minutes a day can make a big difference. Mindfulness meditation is a form of meditation where you become aware of your breathing, letting your thoughts go. It is all right if thoughts come back, acknowledge it, and let it go while continuing to breathe.
Before I start, I just want to thank you all for allowing me the opportunity to recite my poem. I really do have a passion for reciting poetry, and this opportunity does mean a lot, so thank you. Today I'll be reciting O Captain, My Captain by Walt Whitman. O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship has weathered every wrack. The prize we sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people all exulting, while follow eyes the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring. But oh heart, heart, heart! Oh, the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. Oh captain, my captain, rise up and hear the bells. Rise up, for you the flag is flung. For you the bugle trills. For you bouquets and ribboned wreaths. For you the shores are crowding. For you they call, the swaying mast, their eager faces turning. Here, captain, to your father, this arm beneath your head. It is some dream that on the deck you've fallen cold and dead. My captain does not answer. His lips are pale and still. My father does not feel my arm. He has no pulse, no will. The ship is anchored safe and sound, its voyage closed and done. From fearful trip, the victor ship comes in with object one. Exult, O shores, and ring, O bells. But I, with mournful tread, walk the deck my captain lies, fallen cold and dead. Thank you.
So this is before the internet and YouTube and social media. And these are all the wonderful resources which you have as teachers today. But at that time, like in most schools on the Cape Flats, your challenges and constraints, the staff, like in most schools, understaffed, under-resourced, big classes. I recall my smallest class was about 38 and the biggest one 51. Not enough desks, and so on. So how did I cope? How did I manage? Now what I'm the corruption which is almost endemic and systemic. Our education system, I'm sure will agree, is dysfunctional in many ways, with apologies to my colleagues at the back. Okay. All of us have a role and a responsibility to make it work and not engage in the blame game. Post-1994, a fifth of our GDP spent on education, yet our numeracy skills and our literacy skills are worse than Zimbabwe. Yeah. How can that be? Worse than Guinea-Bissau? How can that be? So somewhere along the line, we are getting it wrong. Yeah. But look at the power of education. Think Hiroshima, Nagasaki, Japan. Think of Germany, Second World War, 1945, bombed to smithereens. By 1963, in less than a generation, Japan became a superpower, world number 2 in terms of its economic strength, and Germany number 3. How is that possible? Education became the vehicle, it became the tool, it became the instrument for them to reach that point. What did we do wrong after 1994? We need to look at that very critically, and that is maybe a story for another day. Think of Singapore, the Scandinavian countries, and where they are.
The gates of this chapel were shut, and thou shalt not reach over the door. So I turned to the garden of love, so many sweet flowers bore. And so it was filled with graves and tombstones where flowers should be, and priests in black gowns, the walking their rounds, and binding with briars my joys and desires.
Think about me, tell 'em
Hi, Snessy Paul.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
I'm good, thank you. You enjoying your lunch?
Very much so. What are you doing?
Kanya? Kanya, my goodness. Why so much food, honey? Okay, Sine, tell me about the challenges that you're facing as a young teacher in your day-to-day job.
Let's start with a very, very basic. I think everyone would think this would be my problem, and it definitely is. Discipline. Discipline is very challenging. Getting the learners to actually cooperate without any hassles is very difficult. Wow, it's like, especially when you're teaching the senior phase learners, the FET ones, it's always a problem like that. And yeah, I think my kids struggle with what do you call this? Concentrating. They don't concentrate. They can't comprehend. You know, comprehension is very difficult to kids, and I hate that they expect to be spoon-fed. Those are my challenges. But other than that, I'm okay.
You think you're in the right profession?
Yeah, I am actually, because it kind of adds up to my TV presenting skills and acting. So it kind of, because every day you come as a character, every period you go in as a character of like some different teacher, maybe like a gangster sometimes a person who understands, who's a social worker.
Yeah.
Sometimes you come up as a friend, but yeah, boundaries.
Yeah.
One challenge I also have is being able to be managing organization as I should. Ooh, child.
Admin.
The
ghetto.
Oh, God. And I was recently told that I need to plan everyday lessons.
Yeah,
And
that's
some-
what we have to do.
And I'm like, but I go, like I teach as I go. Like maybe that's not a good strategy, but
Yeah.
it works for me.
Yeah.
It works for me to know, okay, cool, I'll just come in early
Yeah.
and see how it goes. It works. Yeah.
Thank you. And all the best for 2020.
Let us hope that I get permanent and I buy myself a car and an apartment and I get out of the house of that woman. But me. Peace.
You can still not do that. Basi, peace by late. Sisiphethe kakubi. Oh, yiklasi. Don't bomb Syria.
Things like dropping a word. They think if they leave out a word from the relevant answer, they think they're not quoting, right? Rules change every year when we mark. Sometimes when they drop a word, we say, okay, that's not a quote, because they're smart enough to know that if they don't take whatever they want to take from the extract as is, then and still what they've written, it still makes sense. Sometimes they say, okay, we give. Sometimes if they drop a word, they leave out the word intentionally. That still remains a quote. But we don't teach according to the rules or how we mark the that specific year. We know that we have to teach them the right thing, like changing at least one word from whatever they're taking. Then that is not a quote. It's not going to be regarded as a quote if they change one word. Like for instance, if it says drink plenty of water, they can just say drink enough water. Instead of plenty, they use enough, right? Just one word change is enough not to constitute a quote. So we have to even teach them how we mark a summary, because I think that's what helps them to know what is expected and what is not expected from them. So it's very important. The number of words, right? They must be disciplined with that. I think a paper 3 colleague will also talk about that, because we count before we mark. It's a requirement. We have to count the number of words they've used.
Remember, do you face any challenges at school with regards to your sexuality?
Not really. Never. Not really. But you just get that. You know, some kids who like, I see you, that kind of thing. I think it also depends on how you respond to it.
So do they know that you're like gay?
Yes, I believe.
Yeah.
So you get one of those who would like sometimes imitate what you're doing, but I just keep on being myself and like, all right, then that is just me. So it happens that the kids really get used to who you are,
Yeah.
and yeah, you're just you.
Okay. Thank you so much. All the best for 2020.
Thank you.
So this is where I'm going to end this vlog. That is how the English Symposium went. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Jesus.